Welcome back to
Oh, you're
the
gonna.
So There I Was podcast. My name is Travis Womack. I'm the host today. I got some good old tankers here. And my friend Mike, who I was a recruiter with years ago, and Donovan and Brown, his gunner and driver from years ago, back in 2007. This is the first time they've gotten together on a phone call and had some fun. So, guys, welcome. Thanks for being here and taking the time to be a guest and just kind of share your funny, hilarious shenanigans as a paratrooper. I know we don't get along that well because dogs are drive over us when we're sleeping, but that's right. Thanks again, and love to hear what y'all have to say. Who wants to go first?
We'll go with ranked before beauty, Sergeant Rice.
Oh, well, again, not sergeant anymore. So I retired a couple of years ago, so I'm going by my government name now. So it's just Mike. But so like you said, I mean, we were there. We were actually there from 06 to 09. So it was one of those unique times where we got told at the end that we were going to stay around for a little bit longer. You know, some units got that and some didn't, but we did. So we were in northern Iraq. We were in Mosul, and it was kind of we had some good times. We had some not so great times, and some of the not so great times were you weren't as typical as what like TV and movies and other people kind of make it out to be. You know, there's different circumstances behind it, right? But yeah, so we were talking about some of the things that happened to us a little bit earlier, and Donovan, one of the things where what you brought up was when we were on that corner of that neighborhood and we were patrolling, and we saw people putting IEDs in. It was guaranteed it was IEDs, right? So we show up to kind of stop them from putting those IEDs in the ground, and while we're there, we start getting incoming. We start getting mortars. So I call up. Hey,
always a good time.
Yeah, we're getting shot at. We're breaking contact. We're getting out of here. And yeah, direct quote from the battle captain is, "Hold in place. Scout weapons teams are on their way. We got this. Your guys. The G.I. Joe's in the air. They're gonna come and save us, right? We got this." Like literally, it's walking in. I mean, it's hitting the ground in front of us. We're like, no, we're out of here. So yeah, we hop up and just haul out of the area. Well, and then what did we get? Was that the one where did we get in a firefight on the way out of that, or?
I can't remember if we did or not, but
fired. I think they were more like just to fire them, but weren't in a firefight. We kind of almost suppressive fire that time.
But it's funny because I remember asking you if I had to take out my my catcher's mitt and see if I could catch him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do the scout weapon teams have baseball bats, or are they hitting them back, or what?
Yeah, I know. It's like
it was close enough combat that day. Was close enough combat to be like, cool. Donovan can just reach out and catch it and say like, hey, we took direct fire when we fired, but we did suppress a little fire because there was some RPG action when we left. But
that tracks.
If you remember the one that bounced down the road, it
was
correct.
So that was a whole
bounced down the road.
It stopped right beside my door. Yeah.
I picked my legs
up. No, back up. Go forward. Go back up. No. Just stay. No, we're just stay there. And I couldn't believe it. Like literally in like a comedy, this thing comes just skidding up the road. And we're like, and it's snaking all around the road. I don't know where to go. And it's like, just stop. Nope. Go. Get out of here. Go.
I think I just left.
I remember picking my legs up, and you saw me. I was like on top of the truck, and you're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Well,
I was like, what are you doing, man? If it blows, we're done anyway. Like, what are you doing, man?"
If you remember, I even talked to him. I'm like, "Donovan, are you jumping out? Like, where are you guys?
What are you gonna do, man?"
Go to the truck. No, it's good times. I remember it's crazy to see, when it's coming like something like that skipping down the road. It it's like everybody, I don't know, you're focused on it. It seems like it's so slow, but you know that thing's moving.
Yeah.
Well,
But
literally nothing you can train for. You
it,
know,
it,
all the hours and the this and the that we trained for, nothing
It's
ever
like
worked
with
the
the
way.
RP
no,
skipping
Yeah,
down the
I
road.
don't think skipping RPGs in the manual. So.
Yeah,
no.
Dude,
it's not. It's literally
I've never heard of
road.
anybody else having this situation before. But like we watched the dude, and so there. The thing is, we're sitting at the top of this hill, which wasn't great, but that's where we were supposed to be. There was a tank down the hill from us, and you saw the dude walk across the street, like, "Hey, man, he's right there. Let's
Yeah.
make it happen." And then we were in trucks, tankers in trucks. We stayed in trucks a lot.
Yeah,
Well,
you're
what
so
was
happy.
the name
You're
of
so
our
happy
truck?
in a truck.
We
Patches.
so
Patches.
I was gonna say that was the name of our truck.
Patches.
Patches.
So
I still
we
have
got
the-
scuffed up so much that there wasn't one piece of that truck that was
original.
one wasn't original, and two that was the same color. Like
Yeah, they
everything
were
was
all
from a
different
different
colors.
era.
Oh, those are the
Like,
best ones.
but what ours was.
I miss
So the
patches.
thing is, we figured out early on that everybody else was going to get all the good shit, right? Nobody wanted to lead. I was the only one. They gave me a laminated leaders map. This leaders map was like like a laminated thing you get at Denny's to get to the Schlitterbahn or some shit. Like it had.
I memorized how
Yeah.
many times.
Well, we had to because nobody else would lead. They were like, "Oh, well, you guys got this," and we did.
Yep.
But I was like, after about 2 or 3 weeks, I figured out this map stuff isn't going to get us because we didn't have the legit maps, and we didn't have. Everybody else had the FBCB2 screens except for us,
Us, yeah.
and
'Cause
everybody wanted to backseat drive. Remember? Remember with Kaiser, and we were somewhere in the middle of the night, and we hit this barrier, and he was like, "Oh, it's a left up here." I said, "Yeah, well, this barrier up here tells me we're not going anywhere,
Going that
motherfucker."
Yeah. I think we were going like
Oh, he was so pissed.
we were
But you
we were
remember I
hauling
told-
ass. We were probably going like 40 or plus miles an hour. And we just
Well, the
smashed
funny
into
part is, do you remember
the barrier.
me telling you guys like this road goes nowhere? We're going
Yeah.
nowhere. I
We're not
memorized
getting anywhere. Yeah.
like the one thing I loved about my job in the army was memorizing maps. Like I was a driver. I didn't care what my rank was. I'm gonna memorize a map.
Yeah,
So many times. Hey, we can't turn
yeah,
there.
we did.
We're turning there. We can't turn there. We're turning there.
Yeah.
You're right.
We,
That's,
Yeah,
what,
that's it.
that's the
We
funnest
were
thing about
good.
Iraq is you get the even the satellite imagery. You look down at it, it's like, yeah, there's a road there ish. Like so much has been modified. There's a HESCO barrier. There's a T barrier that wasn't there on Tuesday, and now it's there on
Yeah.
Thursday. And,
The only
or
thing
you're
I
looking for a
good
blue
with-
house and
Right.
they're all blue.
yeah, blue or
Looking
tan,
for 'em,
with
yeah.
two options, right?
We I remember we ended up, we got that PA system put in the truck and we got
I
to
fucking love
blare
that.
music.
Yeah,
That
man.
was like
So
that was the joyous thing. So you could do that in the tank too. You can you splice to like a headphone jack. You
Yeah.
can put it in there. You can listen to music, and that was always that was great because you never knew you were gonna listen to because it like rotated around, the tank or in the Humvee. Once we got in the Humvee, we're blaring outside so that everybody could
Yep.
hear it instead of just internal.
well, so now I'm gonna give you some background on this, Travis. So again, we were kind of our truck, us. We were a little.
The three of us.
I mean, we were kind of the trailer park. We were trying the trailer park rowdy dudes of the whole area. Honestly, I mean, we got to the point because we were gonna be the ones that were gonna be there first anyway. So we had this raggedy old truck, and we got hooked up because one of the mechanics was a good welder. And
Yeah.
I just tell him he was a badass welder, and he would
He was
weld us
always the
cool
one.
shit. So he hooked us up with a push bar. Remember the push bar?
Yep.
I can't remember the dude's name, but it was just rolled steel, and he hooked us
Walker?
up with that. That might be right, yeah.
No,
And he was the one.
Walker's not right.
Mm.
No,
Panic actually went on another deployment.
yeah.
I
RPG
can't
or
remember.
space. He got messed up.
Oh. Oof.
Out now. He's alive, but he did
Yeah.
get bad.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that's bad to hear.
That yeah. I remember him doing all this stuff in that brush guard. Oh man,
Yeah.
we used to
So the brush
just-
guard was badass, and then he was the one that hooked us up with that the horn because
Yep.
it was one of those like, man, I want that. And he was like, okay, hey, meet me here at XYZ time. Sure enough, had that horn, and we had to buy something. I forgot what it was.
Can we be honest about something real quick?
What's
Because
up?
Phil or Brown is going to
Yeah.
meet you there at that time.
Oh yeah,
Let's be real. Mike was not involved
Yeah.
in this transaction whatsoever.
oh we were all like,
There at that time.
but yeah,
Get
yeah,
that in
yeah, yeah. But yeah, that was that dude hooked us up. But yeah, we had to get. Did we buy the PA system or did we get it issued?
No, we bought it. So
I know there was a
you
Yeah.
and Don split cost to buy the speaker. The
Yeah.
actual mechanism they had. The speaker,
Oh yeah, that's right. The PA, we had to get the speaker. That's right.
Yeah, we had to get the
It
thing to hook
was
it up. I remember, man. But
It
so
was like-
anyway, with that piece, what we did with this contraption, this whole thing, we just went and we just incited shit.
patches. We'd roll out playing like some. We won't even repeat the songs.
Let's get after it, shit. Because that was, I mean, that was what it was at the time.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
this is what we're gonna do. But so with that being said, remember, I would break Donovan in with. So I figured out that if you take the hand mic and you hit it up against the thing, you'll.
Oh, and
It
it
sounds
made
like
it-
you're getting.
yeah.
It sounds like you're
You're
getting lit
taking-
up. Donovan,
Yeah.
Contact right. What are you talking about? Contact.
Contact.
What are you talking about?
Me and Brown would be down there laughing our asses off.
I
He'd be like,
remember you-
I got
These are
him. I
pigeons.
got him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember you doing. Yeah, you were hitting the mic on. I remember that hitting the mic on something.
That
I
was a
thought-
good. That was a good
Contact
solid
left.
month.
Contact
It sounded just like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
man.
come on. Remember the time we rolled down the one road, and
So
it's
ours.
not- the contact is like, "What are you talking about? There's nothing. There's nothing." We roll up a mile down the street, and there's like brass everywhere. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
shit, we really were getting shot at.
Oh yeah. Well, it's
Sorry,
that
but-
one.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Well,
This
that
is great.
one when
Okay.
we hit that traffic circle, and then we got out, and I was way the hell away when we started getting lit up, and so I had to like GI Joe run across the deal. You guys were lighting up the building. I didn't know shit. I didn't know that I was getting shot at. Literally me at
Yeah.
the time, like running with like you were like, "Hey, get over here!" So that was the one Kaiser kind of used me as a human shield because I was coming across, and this asshole fucking grabs me, jumps down, pushes me, and gets in his truck. Then,
Yeah, I remember you. I remember you. I think me and Brown had a comment about that. I'm like, something about. I can't remember because you were like hauling ass.
yeah,
It's
because
just
this
funny.
asshole just let me out of here.
Well, I mean, it was funny to watch an old man run across the field.
Yeah,
Yes.
well,
I'm saying, watching
Well,
Mike run isn't a show in itself. So
yeah, well,
got those little legs. So.
I'm not as old now as I was back then. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't have all.
But
You
yeah,
have to worry
man.
about carrying all the gear now.
No,
No, but-
shit, no, man.
Me and Donovan definitely made fun of you that day.
Oh yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah, it's always great when they come back in there and we're just busting up
Yeah.
laughing. He's like, "What's so
Well,
funny?"
I had
We're
no
like,
idea.
"You
I
running?"
could hear it, I could feel it, and I know nobody else was out there with me.
No,
So-
you know, best thing I think we came up with is like, oh, Donovan passed ass, and it was right in my face.
Yeah, making
Crap.
jokes
Run.
so we wouldn't get in trouble, so we wouldn't have to. You would.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
man. Yeah.
it was good. And then just even I'm trying to remember some of the other things that happened, and people we used to make comments about it, and I don't know. That's what's cool about I guess being in a tank and being a tanker. Just I think there's less people, so it's all you have,
Yeah.
and then
we
when you
weren't-
kind of go through the things like we did, where we're just out by yourself doing your own thing.
You're enclosed
Uh,
for a long time. You get to
we weren't tankers.
Big
We did
goofy.
Pat's
Yeah.
still alive. Let's go get her. Let's pick
Yeah.
her up.
Oh man, it would be nice.
Real.
I'm sure ISIS took a ride around town
No,
here. I believe that.
RPG, when me and
Yeah.
Don were in the truck and you're out playing G.I. Jane.
Yeah.
Sorry, Will Smith, don't smack me.
So here's
Yeah, man.
here's a funny thing I told Mike years ago. In
Watching
spirit
the
of
video We had a video.
Yeah.
Gotta
Yeah.
find these infantry guys we were attached to. This dude literally walks out to the street, lines up an RPG, right? Stands up, walks closer.
Yeah, gets closer to the vehicle.
Down the middle of the road. In front of us.
There's got to be 100 guys on the street and in buildings.
Yep. He walks closer and fires it, and it's like, oh, this is gonna hit us. And I put it in reverse. I didn't let go of the brake till it hit us, like it does. Like here, Donovan
it hit under the truck.
Donovan's like in the trunk, like he jumped out. He's like,
dude, that was horrible.
Like,
so I was in the building in a window when it exploded. I'm like, that was my fucking truck, dude. Like
that killed Patches, if you remember. That was
was it?
Yeah,
it didn't go after that. I don't remember that.
It blew off the axle.
I know we got a new truck. I remember that.
It was done. Like we didn't have.
And honestly, that second truck was trash.
Yeah,
the new truck was heavy.
Forgot your name. Sorry.
Travis.
Travis.
It's all good.
Truck was our life. Like
our
line was that truck. Like me mostly took care of all the maintenance because I'm the lowest ranking guy in the truck.
I was busy. I had work.
You use this we phrase you keep referring to.
Hey, look, you don't know what you don't know until you get older. Yeah.
You had to go debrief. Yeah.
But
I haven't been Italian. So.
Honestly, that truck, I don't honestly think we'd have mentality we have. Be honest.
No. I'm telling you, man. That truck.
Patches. The name Patches and the truck. Just looking at that was us. It was like a hodgepodge of people. We were just talking about that that Brown didn't even show up to the platoon until like a week before we deployed. He was in another platoon. We just kind of got thrown together, and we were the people that were just out front and did our own, like, I don't know, it's hard to explain.
Yeah, short, loud mouth that didn't give a shit about people's feelings.
Nope.
Donovan taking care of business. Yeah, I mean, so
love it.
Yeah, we were a lot. I'm gonna tell you, that's probably true. We were a lot.
Dude, that truck was our deployment.
Yeah, man. That's true.
It's a fun time for sure.
You know what's funny is, so we rode around in tanks, if you remember right. We rode around in tanks for a while, and so they were making bigger IEDs, and then we went back to the trucks because just different mission sets. That's what they tell you. Some they couldn't fit down certain roads. But it was funny because they were making the IEDs bigger because we were driving tanks, and then we were in the Humvees, and we drive around, and the IEDs would be 10 times bigger than they were the week prior. So that truck, I mean, it went through some shit.
How many times laughed over an IED? That's how stupid we got. Like, that was funny.
Yeah.
Well, that one, we were on that QRF and we were sitting there, and everybody in the Humvee or in the Bradley were like, "No, go!" Like, what, dude? What? Like, you are literally on an IED. Like, that's why we came here. Like,
Patches godsend. Patches saved Donovan's life.
True.
It did.
Yeah. So we were talking about.
He saved us. She was a godsend.
So we were talking about the time before we got on here. We're talking about. So we went. Now, if y'all remember, as much as Kaiser and I would go at it, he would always want us to go out with him because he knew if shit got serious, we would take care of it. Well, so he wanted to go show off to another company commander the area because they were going to be taking over a region. So that's why he had us go out with him to protect him.
Yep.
And we weren't even supposed to go that day. That's why everybody else was back at the FOB. It was just us. And when we rolled, we were supposed to be going to like a torture facility or whatnot. Well, and then that's when we got hit. We got hit with this IED. It knocks. The reason he calls Donovan sleepy because knocked Donovan out. It really kind of knocked Brown out, and it probably knocked me out, to be honest with you, because there's some, like, everybody took off. But we But anyway, but everybody took off, and when we got our senses about us, they were gone. So his ass is down in the back of the thing. I'm yelling at Brown to get us back to the fob or get us out of there somewhere, because I knew we were getting ready to get a bad, something bad happening. So we're hauling ass back to the fob, and then, oh, by the way, we run past our convoy that has ran off and taken somebody else. So we show up, and they're like, "What do you want us to do?" Like,
I don't know.
we're sitting here. You left us for dead. We're sitting here casuals, man. Take us to the, get us home safely. That is what Iraq was. It wasn't all this,
get home,
all polished and steel. Like,
Look, it's joke about it and talk about it. And I think we're comfortable saying it as a crew. It is not as fun going as it sounds. It was.
I mean, there were times it was a little stressful, or a lot stressful.
I think it's a great way to wrap this up for now, and I'd love for y'all to be able to catch up some more on your own without me sitting here laughing with y'all. Even though I do enjoy it, it's quite freaking hilarious. But fellas, I really appreciate y'all taking the time to do this and to share your stories. And excited, the whole point of this podcast is that it's the exact reason y'all haven't seen each other in 15 years, and you can come together and like give Myth a beat, and that's the spirit of this. And if you got friends, throughout your career, different PCSs and stuff, would love to have them on as guests, and love to hear other shenanigan stories. Love to have y'all back. If y'all ever get together down in here in Texas, whatever, beers are on me, and probably even some steaks. But would love to have y'all back. And